That's good. That's a good song. Thank you. Okay. I'm Kim Drees, the residential real estate expert. And today I'm going to talk to you about me, my wife, and the market, and some of the people that we have helped. So this is my wife. This picture's a couple years old, but that's okay because we don't have time to take a new one. But my husband Chris is in the middle. He runs the team with me. Our oldest Hannah, she's 20. She goes to UTA. She's a senior. Next is Samuel. He's the only boy. He is a junior at UTA. So we have 2 in college. It's really my wife. And then we have Lily, who's on varsity volleyball. She's a junior. And Bella is a freshman, and she's on JV volleyball. And then Lydia is a 7th grader. So when my husband was a pastor back in 2017, that's what brought our family here to Fort Worth. We couldn't feed our kids sometimes, so we didn't have enough money at the end of the month. So I was looking for a part-time job or something I could do on the side because we had, they were 7 and under. So we had 5 kids 7 and under. So, it doesn't make sense to do childcare. So I was looking, busting my butt, trying to do an MLM when I ran into a friend that introduced me to real estate, and the rest is history. My husband joined me in 2020. He was one of the last test takers before COVID shut everything down. All 5 of our kids came home to be homeschooled. So he did the background, and we were considered essential. So I kept going out and building relationships, and the Lord has blessed our efforts immensely. So that's my wife. So the Drees team, as I said, I started in 2017. He joined me in 2020. We just helped our 302nd client. So yay. In 2022, we did 11 million in sales. 23, we did 15.5. 24, we did 16. And then to date, we're at 9 million and 25 people helped so far. This is a tough market, y'all. And why is it tough? Because the numbers don't lie. So this math is not mathing, right? So average home price, $487,938, down from $500,000 in June of 2025, is now up from January of $436,907. So we had more inventory in less inventory in January and a lower price point. Now we have more inventory and a higher price point. Does it make sense? And I don't have an answer for you other than the facts are the facts. And even though we have more inventory, home prices are still going up. So our supply of inventory in June of 2025 June and July is 5.7 months, where in January it was 4.1 months. So your seller's market is from 0 to 6 months. A balanced market is 6 to 8 months, and a buyer's market is anything over 8 months. We currently have 5.7 months of inventory. That would lead to a seller's market, but it's not because we don't have the buyers that we need, but the prices are still going up. So, not sure I can't answer that. If anyone has a suggestion, feel free to chime in. In July of 2025, we had 41,000 homes for sale. That's up from January, where we had 30,000 homes for sale. So it's a big increase. Average days on market in January was 49, and now we're down to 34 average days on market in July. So more inventory, less buyers, shorter time on the market, higher prices. Make any sense? It doesn't to me either. So that's your market analysis, though. That's what's happening in DFW. And then I don't know if you guys can see this report, but this is a report that just came out. This is the top 20 markets that have declined in 2025. Do you see Fort Worth anywhere on there? No. Dallas is on there. But Dallas skyrocketed, kind of like Austin and San Antonio, the bigger cities further south. Fort Worth is not on there. We are not showing a huge decline. In fact, prices are pretty level from June and July.
But even then, Dallas is at 3%.
Right.
That's not huge.
Right. So when you think, okay, I'll wait for prices to come down, they're not going to come down. Or when you think, I'll wait for rates to come down, if rates come down, it's gonna be insane. And every single person is gonna buy and prices are gonna skyrocket even more. So talk to Frank about timing. You never wanna time the market, you wanna do what's best for you. But, I mean, interest rates, you can refinance. You do have to keep your credit score up, and that's a whole other conversation. It's not a given, but it's definitely something to work towards. So I did skip a couple pages. A couple of things that we're proud of is for the 3rd year in a row, we've ranked in the top 1% of all real estate agents in the north region of the Fort Worth Metroplex, which means we're in the top 500 agents. And then this past July, this last month, we were in a Real Producers magazine. So this is all the top agents in the Metroplex. And so we got the power couple. So I have a few extra if anybody wants them. You can grab one of these, and it's just a little, I mean, the magazine's okay, but this is the important part. But we're super, super proud, just because we have built this on just loving on people, being of service, and prayer. So this picture is taken out at our $2.5 million listing in Weatherford, Texas, that is now under contract. Praise the Lord.
Wow.
And we didn't pay, like agents can pay to play for certain things. This was an honor that they gave us for our staff, for just our production. So we didn't pay for this. They gave us a photo shoot. They let us pick the place. We got to decide everything we wanted to do, and they built the article. So it's a really cool article. So anyway, I'm super proud of that. Everybody knows owning your own business is hard, especially with your spouse. The good news is I have not fired him yet this year, so we are going in the right direction. So really quickly, let's talk about pros and cons of buying. So pre-owned, you've got character, location, bigger lot sizes, quicker flat cash flow, and affordability. Cons, you get all the problems, the age of the home, hidden problems. And then interest rates higher, and then higher insurance costs. So we're doing pre-owned versus new construction. So new construction, you've got a lot of new builders are doing 3.99 interest rate specials, 4.99 interest rate specials, $10,000 in closing costs, all kinds of upgrades just to buy their home. Because again, inventory is not moving very quickly, and these builders have to move their homes. So we can help with new construction and pre-owned. New construction, a lot of people walk into the builder's office and think they don't need an agent, but in reality, if they do that, they don't have an advocate for their side. So if anything goes wrong, if anything gets difficult, then the builder just cancels the contract and the buyer's stuck. So if you have an agent as an advocate, then we fight for you on that. I know I'm running behind.
2 minutes.
Okay, so I was going to highlight some of the things we've done, but I want to highlight a couple things that we've done lately. So in this tough market, we are, surprisingly, our biggest challenge is other agents. Other agents that don't have training, that don't have mentorship, that don't have someone to help them write a contract, and that don't know how to negotiate, and they don't know how to educate their client. So this month, August, we just helped a seller sell his home. We got it under contract for a certain amount, and it was as is. Well, the agent comes back and he's like, well, we want him to help with the HVAC. No, it's as is. Well, we want him to replace all the windows. No, it's as is. Okay, they can give $20,000 off the price or we walk. Okay, bye. So me knowing what my client's needs are and not being afraid to stand up to that agent saved my client $20,000, and we closed last week. Another buyer that we helped this month, the house was on the market for a certain amount. They had a budget they wanted to stick to, so they paid a certain price. Walked in with $70,000 in equity because we know how to negotiate, we know how to show the comps, we know how to educate our client. And this morning, my husband is helping an agent write a contract for one of our listings because she doesn't know how to do it. So it's really, really important that the people, yourselves and the people that you love, have a good agent. If it's not me, that's okay. My feelings aren't hurt. I have enough market share, but it's got to be a good agent. It's got to be one that understands this market. It's got to be one that understands the new laws. It's got to be one that understands contracts. It's got to be one that knows how to represent their client well, because that's what we're here for. Yeah, so there's our $2.5 million listing. That's what we help people from out of state. So they moved here from Ohio. We went through the whole building process with them of like 11 months, and then they moved in beginning of this year. So that is my time. Any questions? Okay, I have a quick question on, I do have a little prize. So who can tell me the average home price in Fort Worth right now?
$487,000.
I said it first.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I
I heard Natalia. Good job. So this is a really cute little book.
Plus $487,000.
It's a super short read called Coffee
Detail.
Bean, and it just talks about how you can help change the lives of those around you. So thank you guys.
Thank you. This is so thoughtful.